Oh god. But yeah, it's been so long. It's great to be here 4 years later, and you know, hopefully here's to another 4, you know.
It's gonna be a long time. As we start off our series here on Glittering Ashes LE. We're in the top right-hand corner of the map, starting all the way to the top right-hand corner. The red Zerg player coming down from the land of Vietnam. Very concerned about my role being, apparently, question mark? I don't know. I wasn't able to catch the message. We have, representing Juggernaut Gaming, he is MeomaikA.
He was asking if you were ready, like to start.
Ah, okay.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Glittering Ashes LE, we have the blue Zerg player hailing from the land of Hong Kong, also representing the Juggernauts. It is GogojOey.
Two pillars of that almighty Zerg triangle.
Yeah, exactly. Shout out to the Juggernauts again, a very new team, but still a very solid team in the Southeast Asia scene. It was very interesting to hear the other day when Calibre was in the chat, and he told us that he's actually from Latin America. I'm like, oh my god, like
it's like the reverse Ducklings.
It's crazy. Yeah, I know what it is with Latin America, but mate, they're passionate. They're passionate.
You know what it is? It's MeomaikA beat Cham, and
True.
That had a ripple effect throughout the reputation. And Calibre was like, I must find this Zerg player.
I just love how
I must find the one who beat Cham.
I just love how there are a couple of things that have happened here on the Cranky Ducklings that we will always remember. You know, one of them is like Beastark beating Probe, for example. Like the other is
traumatizing Probe.
Yeah,
let's not
true.
sugarcoat it.
He is the traumatizer. You know, another is, you know, like Demi being the shark, right? And another is MeomaikA beating Cham.
In a show match of all things. I remember we were all predicting like a 3-2 that series to go all the way to the ace match. Yeah, obviously the result of that being different, and then MeomaikA just slapped Cham down.
It was a quick series as well, mate. It was not.
And then they had a rematch very recently.
Yeah, they did. And once again, MeomaikA comes out on top. I would love to look at their head-to-head. But speaking of coming out on top in the ZvZ, GogojOey does go for a bit of a cheeky Evo chamber in the main base. He's going for +1 melee. He wants to go for a Ling Flood, and MeomaikA sees nothing. Nothing at all.
What more did we expect from GogojOey?
Ooh. Meanwhile, MeomaikA is on the other end of the spectrum. As to be fair, he will get scouted though, as MeomaikA is going for a very fast lair on 2 bases.
This is just about what GogojOey wants to see, isn't it? No Bangling that's being produced right now. MeomaikA focusing more on teching up instead of getting army. +1 Lings are going to have a field day on top of these mineral lines, these queens, everything.
100%, mate. But yo, MeomaikA does something crazy. He cancels the lair and starts a Bailing Nest.
I don't know why I'm surprised. This is MeomaikA. Every time he gets scouted, he does something different.
Exactly. Like, whenever you play against MeomaikA, if you scout like a critical tech piece, you need to go in for a rescout, and you cannot go for a hard counter, because again, like MeomaikA, he is just so fluid. He's like water. He's like the creep itself. Meanwhile, Lings, they get us around on the queens. They're actually going to get both queens.
Like so, a lot of drones being pulled to deal with that. And GogojOey is finally about to get Lings of his own out. These are going to be upgraded Lings with +1 very, very soon, so MeomaikA cannot overstay his welcome. But already a very good start.
Yeah. Exactly. And yo, we have a mass amount of Bailings being warped in as well. The Bailiness of GogojOey so much later, but GogojOey, he spots it. He sees it. He knows.
He sees it, splits off a couple of Lings to try to see what he can get done. Trying to snipe a couple of Banelings as well, and he does! GogojOey's +1 really come into effect against these unupgraded Lings of MeomaikA.
Made
I
the
tell you
boys,
what,
the boys, the boys!
+1 does not help against banelings.
It does not. Meanwhile, we need a split, and GogojOey does split beautifully. Oh my god, look at the split of the workers here. Meanwhile, the banelings of MeomaikA are still alive. He doesn't want to waste them. He does connect with Lings.
Just about takes all of them out. Takes out the banelings of GogojOey as well. And now the Ling reinforcements are coming down. More and more are starting to trickle in. That queen is so low, will get taken out.
Yeah, these banelings will not finish up either. There's only one baneling left in production here for GogojOey. It will finish up here in the main base, but it's not... Okay, there we go. It is headed towards the natural GogojOey. He's still ahead in the drone count, by the way. Like, despite losing so many workers, he's still ahead.
How does that work?
It just goes to show how little drones MeomaikA has made here, but he is not letting up on the aggression. More banelings are being morphed in.
Yeah, morph right on top of Zerglings.
Ay. Meanwhile, it looks like a lot of these will be cancelled, but there we go. A couple of banelings will finish up. What's also important is that GogojOey, he actually kept his third base alive. Somehow, someway. Meanwhile, no, the queens are getting surrounded again.
Will be taken out, or some of them will be taken out.
Oh no!
All of them. More damage dealt here for more drones going down. But GogojOey, as you were saying, has that third base. He's got a lot more larva to work with. He can still... he can recoup his losses much quicker than MeomaikA can take advantage of whatever gains he has.
Yeah, exactly. What I will say is that MeomaikA, with that attack, he is finally able to take the worker lead. He can drone up, and that's exactly what he's doing. He's droning up, and he's trying to transition out of Ling Bane into roaches. The queens!
Yeah, he's gonna need to. And, oh man. Might as well call MeomaikA the assassin. Or the Regicider.
The queen killer,
He
mate.
just keeps taking out queens.
Yeah, look at the queen. Look at the units lost. 5 queens have gone down this game. Potentially 6 with this one.
Just gonna be 5 for now. GogojOey has also lost... I was gonna point out he lost 69 Zerglings, but... then he lost a couple more. MeomaikA has lost 109, by the way.
That's a lot of Lings, mate.
Jesus.
Jesus Christ. But things are about to calm down, Again, we see drones in production. We have our roaches. Meanwhile, GogojOey did not throw down a roach warren. He is still stuck with Ling Bane. Finally, he throws his own down, but that warren is quite late.
It really
the queen
is. But thankfully, 6 queen kills! Nice, you'll have to see it.
And a couple more drones as well. Meanwhile, GogojOey, he is going for his own counterattack, but he's running into roaches.
Yeah, I was gonna say at the very least, GogojOey does still have +1 melee, so these queens shouldn't be, or these roaches, sorry, shouldn't be as much of a threat if you can get a good surround. But he morphed the vast majority of his lings into banelings. That does not trade very well against roaches, at least compared to Zerglings.
Exactly. Ay. Now MeomaikA is so far ahead. He has the better tech. GogojOey is trying to get into roaches of his own, but again, he barely has any to work with. Ay. Maybe GogojOey can try and get us a couple of surrounds here, but there are banelings to help cover the roaches.
The last thing I want to see as the Ling Bane player.
Exactly. Oh my god.
Decent snipe on a couple of those banelings.
Yeah, and
MeomaikA actually doesn't commit.
Yeah,
right.
he looks at his opponent and he doesn't feel too confident, so he turns around. He doesn't want to throw away his lead. He doesn't want to be in a scenario where his roaches get surrounded.
Or anything else, really. GogojOey tried to go for a run by, but it does get deflected. Meanwhile, they're multi-proc towards the northern base, but MeomaikA, since he was coming back home, can already deal with that. Look at that. Oh, chef's kiss.
Exactly. MeomaikA defends beautifully. Now he can counterattack and actually be certain about this. He's going to go for a massive Ling run by. What do we have here at the natural? We have nothing. We don't even have a queen. We have a queen trying to transition, and he could die as well. But oh, okay. MeomaikA pulls back.
Not quite enough army to really deal any damage. Behind all this, MeomaikA is going to be the first player to tech up. Yeah, first player to get the lair.
Yeah, lair is on the way for the second time this game for MeomaikA. But this
Watch
time...
him cancel it again.
Watch him cancel it, mate. Oh my god. This time it should finish, hopefully, ideally, maybe. And with
Fingers
that,
crossed.
MeomaikA has options. If he wants, he can go mass roach and just go for roach speed and just end the game that way, like brute force it. Or he could be cheeky and throw down a spire.
Well, he may as well commit to the roaches. If he had 4 bases, then maybe just sort of inspire in case the game goes on longer and he wants to switch it to something different. But MeomaikA isn't playing too greedy here or playing too economical. It's MeomaikA.
Yeah, exactly. Meanwhile, GogojOey is winning the Ling on Ling battle because GogojOey does have 1-1. I just realized MeomaikA has 0-0. He did not invest at all into upgrades.
Yeah, he has the Evo Chamber.
Yeah.
Just hasn't been able to make use of it.
Exactly. A little bit surprising. Meanwhile, oh my god, the Bailings do find connections, but MeomaikA, despite not having upgrades, does have the numbers advantage. GogojOey has to respect that. He goes for a little bit of a Ling run by to maybe finally deal some economic damage, but he just can't do it.
Yeah, so I really feel like he should just commit to playing as greedy as possible. His 4th base gets cancelled.
True.
And now MeomaikA is, or GogojOey, sorry, is starting to catch up with MeomaikA.
He is. I'm really curious to see. Okay, there we go. Finally, the lair is being put to use. We have Glial Reconstitution on the way here for MeomaikA to go for Roach Speed. I would love some upgrades, especially because GogojOey is getting 1-1-1 as well with +1 range. Oh.
Merrick's factory starport.
There you go. There you go. Going full Terran on him.
Yeah, boy.
So, yeah, we'll see what comes out on top. I mean, to be fair, upgrades are good. Are they good enough to make up for, like, 30 supply? I don't know.
What's the positioning like?
Yeah.
Because that is kind of the hierarchy of what you want to get in a Roach v Roach battle, right? Positioning, more important than numbers, more important than upgrades.
And another interesting thing that I just realized, that, which is why I was panning through all the bases, GogojOey still doesn't have a lair.
What?
Yeah. He just... When there is no lair. There's just no lair. It's crazy. It's crazy to me.
Oh, I just can't stop imagining what would have happened if there was a lair, right? If GogojOey was able to get 2-2 a lot quicker. To be fair, I guess he is still starving for gas. Pretty similar to MeomaikA, he delayed his own 4th base expansion for the vast majority of this game.
Yeah, but there is still a 4th base, which is what's, like, interesting to me. To be fair, like, GogojOey's in a scenario where, because he was so far behind, he has to spend all his resources on roaches. Finally, a lair is on the way, but he has to be oh so careful because GogojOey is still behind when it comes to the army supply.
Yeah,
oh my god!
This is the last base GogojOey wants to fight, but it is exactly where he wants to open up an opening for the Lynx to come in. Every single base is being assaulted.
That they are. Meanwhile, GogojOey, he's forced to fight because you know what? MeomaikA has Roach Speed, so he has to engage here despite having the lower numbers. He does have 1-1, +1 range just finished up for GogojOey, but as we can see, it is not going to be enough.
Yeah, once again, positioning and numbers are what you want more than upgrades. Speaking of upgrades, Carapace just finished up for MeomaikA, so he's going to have even less trouble dealing with the roaches of GogojOey.
And with that, I think this is going to be the nail in the coffin here for GogojOey. He tried oh so hard to get back into this, but all the Lings got cleaned up. He only got 4 drone kills, and now MeomaikA can counterattack, and there's barely anything left. GogojOey will have the high ground, but that's about it.
Yeah, he's got a couple of transfuses, I suppose, but is that even going to be enough? Glial Reconstitution from much earlier on is coming into play. It's going to be much easier for MeomaikA to reinforce, especially once he's able to get on top of GogojOey's creep.
Exactly. With this, MeomaikA, after a long, hard-fought battle, very back and forth, very dynamic. I still love that he went for the fast lair and then cancelled it. GG gets called. Takes game 1.
After killing 12 queens.
12? Oh
12 queens went down that game for GogojOey.
Crazy, mate. Crazy.
Oh boy.
I love how chat is catching up. They're like, what? Lair? He doesn't have it. Oh my god. It's crazy.
Lair? Yeah.
Oh my god. Shout out to Firefly Grave in the chat looking up the data between MeomaikA and Cham that historically, early on, I imagine from years ago, Cham did win every single series, but I'm pretty sure ever since Duckling Showdown, MeomaikA has been winning the last 4
There was
series.
a change, yeah. It's a shift in the wind, shall we say.
Mhm.
Wait, when did Champ play in Australia Open number 3?
That was the OSC Australia Open. That was
Right, not the Demi one.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, that was back when. Yeah, that wasn't region locked. It was just in any Australia-friendly time zone.
If you remember,
time
it was
schedule.
called an Australia Open. It was heavily criticized because it wasn't region locked, and it lasted like a couple of weeks before they stopped it because of lack of participation.
Lack of participation, a couple of schedule conflicts as well.
Mm.
It was like just at the tail end of, I think, an ESL, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it was clashing with. That was back when ESL Open Cups were on Sunday.
Yeah, that's what it
It
was.
was Sunday morning. Yeah.
Wait, ESL Open Cups is still on Sunday. Wait.
Remember?
It was clashing with something.
Remember they moved from Sunday to Monday? Remember that?
What? No, it's the other
And
way
then
around. They
Tuesday?
moved from Monday to Sunday.
Remember that? And then back to Sunday. Remember that? God damn it, Yaku.
No, it used to be on Monday. Now it's on. Wait. In the top left-hand corner of the map, spotting all the way in the top left-hand corner, we have the red Zerg player coming out from the land of Vietnam. He is currently up 1-0 in this best of 3 upper bracket finals. He only needs un momento por favor to make it to the grand finales and secure himself a payout. He is going to be representing Juggernaut Gaming. We have MeomaikA.
And spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Curious Minds LE, we have the Hong Kong Zerg player. He is blue, representing the Juggernauts, currently getting 12 pulled. It is GogojOey.
They're overrated.
The boys are being pulled, let's go! And it gets scouted. So a couple of things happened, by the way. GogojOey went for a pool first opener. He went pool hatch, cancels the gas. He sees what's coming and he is getting ready.
Yeah. If you will recall, I believe this happened to GogojOey
Oh, yep.
during the qualifiers of DreamHack Winter, if I'm not mistaken. But since then, he has learned a lot of how to deal with that. I think Caliber was actually telling us that he spent a week playing against nothing but this specific build. He knows entirely what he has to do, but is it going to be enough? How well can MeomaikA control everything?
Yeah, oh my god, a beautiful surround here by GogojOey. He just encapsulates everything. GG gets called. GogojOey just completely shuts it down.
Apparently, MeomaikA cannot control it well enough. Oh boy, MeomaikA thought that he was gonna pull up some PTSD against GogojOey, but GogojOey says, "No, mate."
Yeah, for those wondering what
There's no trauma left.
For those wondering what we are talking about, that was in the previous DreamHack qualifiers, the closed qualifier, GogojOey versus Rilakuma, I believe, correct?
Yep.
Yes.
Mystery Man, yeah, Rilakuma.
Yes. Where Rilakuma came out with the massive upset and defeated GogojOey to qualify for DreamHack. And Rilakuma did this build like 3 games.
2 games in a row.
Yeah, it was 2 games in a row.
3 games, yeah.
But 3 games in total, like in the series. It's crazy. It was very sad to watch.
It really was. But that's why it was also personally really satisfying when GogojOey held against this in the actual playoffs. Or in the main event, I should say.
Yeah, that he did. And with that, we are tied up 1-1. This is it. This is the ace match. As a reminder, this is not the grand finals. This is just the upper bracket finals.
That's why we are still in a best of 3.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of best of 3, here we are now on Pride of Ataris LE to conclude our series. We've actually been getting this map quite a bit tonight. Honestly, not really what I expected. I thought some of the other newer maps would come in, like Curious Minds a bit more, or Hardwire as well. And we did get Hardwire a couple of times. We did get Curious Minds, I think, once. But yeah, no, I'm surprised at all the Altaris love coming out. Speaking of which, in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, starting all the way in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the red Zerg player from Vietnam, a pillar of the Zerg Bermuda Triangle, representing the Nod Army, MeomaikA.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Pride of Ataris LE, we have the blue Zerg player hailing from the land of Hong Kong, the best player in all of Hong Kong. It is GogojOey.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of wanted to see another Spine Rush. Just because we are on Altaris.
Oh god. That would have been the most MeomaikA thing that could have happened. Oh god. Meanwhile, speaking of Altaris, since we have a little bit of time here, bit of a feels bad man for ourselves is we did just get updated in the lower bracket. We have the player waiting for the loser of this series, and it is going to be Beastork.
Juggernaut's just going ham tonight, yeah.
In that best of one, Starduck could not come out on top, and that's what we were worried about, because it's a best of one. You know, it's where Beastork thrives.
It really is. There used to be a time when that was where Starduck thrived, but Beastork, he just sort of fished him out of the water. He's like a stork.
Exactly.
But if it's any consolation, Starduck can now jump back and join the likes of Azure and Pez for some 10-mans.
That's not a good thing, Yaku. That's not a stop. It's a bad thing. It's a very bad thing. Okay, we don't encourage that.
I mean, he beat Demi. It's like, you know.
Oh god. Yeah, I am very proud of what Starduck was able to accomplish today. Beating Demi, taking MeomaikA to the ace match. There's a world out there where he also 2-0s MeomaikA as well. Like, oh god. A lot of those games were so close. But speaking of things being close, we do have GogojOey trying to go for a bit of a scout. Oh my god, he gets in! And he's gonna see the Evo! Oh no!
Is he?
Oh no!
He goes around. The queen wants to get back in position. GogojOey, you have to keep going. You have to keep going. You have to keep going. He doesn't see the ego chamber.
Mate, all he had to do was just go a little bit, like, just go straight forward. Instead, he went all the way around. He gave MeomaikA enough time to reposition his queen, and just like that, MeomaikA keeps the Evo hidden as he is going for that Ling heavy composition. Ling Flood.
22 already on the way. All those injects, man.
All
Pulls a couple of drones as well. That would just be cherry on top.
God damn it, Yaku. Meanwhile, GogojOey also going for a very similar composition. He's still going for a Roach Warren though, going for an actual... Oh my god, he fully walls off with 2 bases. I believe the Overlord does spot all the links coming across the map.
Yeah, he knows he needs to take this seriously.
I don't like this. He's going 2-base muta?
I like this a lot.
Oh my
This
god.
is a gamble.
It really is.
If that Spire is able to finish up, then Mutas are not going to have any difficulty whatsoever dealing with Zerglings. But it's a pretty big if. That's why it's so exciting to watch.
Yeah, we'll see how this goes. We do have 12 more Lings on the way, plus 1 melee is about to finish up here for MeomaikA, so I would think that MeomaikA would try to break through here, but if he doesn't, as you said, that would be a great thing for GogojOey. GogojOey just needs to buy time to get his Spire up and running and to actually get mutas so that MeomaikA will have a hard time moving out across the map.
And the Spire is about to finish up. It's about to finish up.
God, that it is. Meanwhile, the Queens are doing a very good job at sniping Overlords left and right. There's 1 Overseer left here, but 10 more Lings are on the way, and MeomaikA is going for a Spire of his own.
Huh. funny how we got here. They're both doing the same, they're both going for the same broad brush strokes, but different way of getting there.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Like, MeomaikA has a couple of advantages. Obviously, he has a third base, but you know what? These mutas, they're gonna come out, and with these mutas, GogojOey, he can gain map control, kill all these overlords, and hopefully deal with these lings. I say hopefully. The lings are moving out, and so the mutas, they need to be on top of them.
And they are, but there's just so many lings.
That they are. They're not going to be able to slip into the natural. You know, we do have a full wall off here with the queens, with the lings. Oh my god, but they have to be careful. Oh god! Oh!
Lings are going to be enough to hold the line for now, but +1 is really starting to tear through the armor of the queens. The lings are trying to get in, but they aren't quite able to do so. They are, at the very least, going to be able to take out the hatchery. That was a kill, not a cancel.
That was a kill. The third base does go down. Now GogojOey, he's stuck on 2 bases. He's going to try and again move out with his mutas, but MeomaikA, he's going to be constantly like testing the waters, trying to find a way in with his lings to continue to deny this third base.
So he just rotates around. GogojOey is already waiting for him, though, with big lings on top of the ramp! Mio pulls another Mio, and just like that, look at that army supply plummet light!
There's a reason why I was
versus 13 now.
There's a reason why I was focusing on that and zooming in preemptively, because I knew that was gonna happen. I was like, oh god, I see it so clearly. It is Mio. He loses all of his lanes now with a massive counterattack. Mio is losing everything here at his third base. The queens all go down. GG gets called, and GogojOey is going to be our first finalist tonight.
Very well played from GogojOey. I gotta be honest, I feel like MeomaikA kind of is responsible for the result just because of game number 2. I don't even remember what map that was on, but yeah, it's definitely an odd choice for MeomaikA to go for that drone rush. Nonetheless, GogojOey did a very brilliant job holding that, and even beyond that, taking out MeomaikA in game 2, knowing exactly how to deal with the Link Flood. You doubted him, like you doubted the Spire. I did.
I thought MeomaikA was going to be a little bit more aggressive, but he backed off and droned up instead. So MeomaikA, despite potentially having a timing there, didn't go for it. Allowed GogojOey to get into the Spire, to get into the Baneling Nest, and just like that, MeomaikA maybe being a little bit too greedy or just giving his opponent too much room. And GogojOey, he moves on, mate.
He moves on. He is already waiting in that grand finals to face one of his teammates for a team kill.
Oh yeah, that he is.
Which one is it gonna be?
Yeah, as all 3 players remaining in the tournament are Juggernaut boys. Regardless, I'm sure that the team itself, Juggernauts, they're very happy with this. But as you said, you know, who will be the victor today?